ask what your favorite part about living in the Tennessee Valley is, and everyone seems to have a different answer, but almost all of us, I think, would agree on the chance to have all 4 seasons here. It means you don't really have to deal with too much cold weather. You do have to put in with the heat, but otherwise it's a great place to call home. And if you are Louis Otero of Refined Home Finishes, that makes this nirvana. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I say that because once upon a time, the winter months would have been a deal breaker for someone in your line of work, but we're so temperate here, you're painting houses all the time.
Yeah, the last 4 years, I think, we've been able to work all the way through January because it hasn't been under 40, but maybe for a week or two, and we stop and then we wait till it warms up a little bit, but yeah.
You know, I struggle sometimes to talk to you, Louis, because I have for so long that I kind of know a lot about what you do,
Yeah.
and so I don't always know how to ask the question in a new way. But you could have gotten me just now and you didn't get me, because I said you paint the houses, but that's not what you do. You use that lime wash that you're so proud of. You're an expert in that lime wash.
Yes, we're the brick experts, and we know what we're doing with the lime. And what we do is we add lime, which is a mineral paint, to the brick, and it soaks into the brick and becomes one, solidifies. It doesn't crack, peel, or flake, and it looks gorgeous, and it gives you a whole new look to your home.
I think it's interesting, you see these swatches, if you will, that people can choose from, and there you can see it where you've painted it discreetly on the back of someone's house. There are lots of variations of white, aren't there?
So many different shades of white, but a lot of the beiges, a lot of the off-whites seem to be, you know, really popular and trendy right now, and it looks beautiful.
So I know that picture is kind of on a video roll, so we can't freeze it necessarily, but when you look at that, I noticed that some of the whites are a little bit more translucent on that brick than others are. Is that because of how you put it on there, or is that the way the color does?
So the technique to lime wash, there's variations of distress level. So after we apply the lime, we distress it using water to create that vintage look. So we can, the more water we add, the more translucent, the more brick comes through. So you're able to show where it looks like it's been aged 50 years, 100 years, 200 years, depending on how our technique is and what your vision is on your home and what look you're wanting at the outcome. When
you're doing that, then, I mean, it's a team of people you have out there at the house doing it. So the first layer of the lime wash goes on, and then you begin to distress it, if you will.
Correct.
Are you using a small tool, or is it, how long does that take to do?
So we have to wait until it's drying at the right moment, so you can start distressing, because obviously if you try to distress too early, it runs completely off.
Yeah.
Or if you wait too long, then it's harder to create the look.
Right.
So it's all about technique, and once you know, our guys are professional, they know exactly when to start distressing for the level that you want. How much brick do you want to show? I have different customers that want to show lots of brick, making it look 200 years old, and then there's customers that barely want a touch of brick coming through, so then it's a lot less. So different techniques.
If you buy a house that you have done, and maybe it was done with a more contemporary look, not a lot of distressing, and you should then decide later, I like more of an aged look. Is there anything you can do after the fact?
No,
Okay.
you can't get it to distress more, because once it solidifies, the look is there.
I got it.
Now you can always add. So if you say, you know what, I'm tired of the distress look, I want it fully covered, then obviously we can add lime and cover the brick completely, because we do have customers that do not like the distress look. They want full coverage, and they just want to get rid of that red, orange, pink brick. They just want to cover it completely, and we can do that as well, and it looks great.
So here we are going into the holiday season. I have neighbors, you did their house. And every time I leave the neighborhood, I have fun looking over to my right and taking in this beautiful job that Louis did. And right now they're of course decked out for Halloween, but I know she's waiting for Christmas. She can't wait to get her wreaths up, I'm sure. It's gonna pop.
I'm telling you, like, the holiday season really makes the lime wash shine. Anytime you have your garland or your greenery, all of your garden, you know, your flowers, everything looks so much better with a lighter backdrop. So when you have that white, off-white brick, all of your landscaping, everything really pops, and especially during holiday seasons when you have the reds and the greens, it looks gorgeous.
So I'm guessing you're running on what, like about a 3-week lead time, something like that?
We're 2 to 3 weeks out right now, so please call us. We can come out and do an estimate free of charge. I'll come out, and if you want samples, we can do those as well. As you saw earlier on the brick, we can come out and do those color swatches and pick out the right color for you. We also paint, you know, the gutters, and we do the soffits. So if you want that contrast with the gutter with the brick, we can also do that. We paint siding, we paint wood, we paint it all. So.
And talk to me too before I let you run on the siding side of things. You really inspect the house first to make sure it's ready for that paint, that there's not some kind of flaw in the siding that needs to be fixed first.
Yeah, we do all kinds of repairs. There's always wood, especially in the corners where the gutters are leaking. We repair that wood, you know, we replace those, we caulk everything and make sure it's ready to go and prepped. But yeah, there is a prepping process that goes with it before we start the painting.
Though you can paint and do your work job in all types of temperature weather once it's not below 40 degrees, you can't control the rain, I know that. But if somebody were to get you out there in 3 weeks, the turnaround time is about what, a week?
It takes about a week. A house about 3,000 square feet is going to take maybe Monday through Friday, Monday through Saturday. If it's a lot larger home, which we've done, you know, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 square feet homes, it could take 2 weeks.
Do you ever get tired of watching the transformation?
No, the before and after is the best. I mean, really is.
You really, and when you see one in person, the pictures are great, but when you see one in person, you'll understand why it's got that wow factor behind it. You'll be happy to come home all the time. Maybe everybody will start working from home if you do their houses.
No, they wouldn't want to leave.
You can find him at Refined Home Finishes. Their phone number 438-1950. Online, it's refinedhomefinishes.com. Thank you, Louie.
Thank you.